Hi, this is Deacon Larry, and this is Renewed. Hello, and welcome back to Renewed. One of the questions that sometimes comes up as people talk about the liturgy is what seems to be confusion. What do I do after I've received the Eucharist or after the Eucharist has been distributed? Do I sit? Do I kneel? Do I stand with the community? What do I do? What happens until Father puts away or the deacon restores the remaining Blessed Sacrament into the tabernacle? They're good questions. The church teaching relative to the reception of communion is that generally what we're doing as we process to receive communion is we're reflecting the unity of the community. So as we go up to communion, all of us are standing together, standing in line, some comfortably, some awkwardly, however we do. We're a community in procession. We've received communion and we go back to our pews. The reality is we have received the body of Christ, and this is a chance, the blood of Christ. This is a chance for us to allow that wonderful gift to be integrated into us, or that we might be, better phrased, transformed by the experience of the Eucharist. There's no reason for us to continue to stand. So the option is sit or kneel. Very often in our American practice, kneeling we think of as a very real posture of prayer, so people kneel. It's perfectly acceptable to sit. When Father is returning with the Blessed Sacrament to the altar and it's going to be restored to the tabernacle, that question of what do we do in this awkward moment? Everybody's fixated on the presence of Christ in the Blessed Sacrament. It's a wonderful sign of our Eucharistic reverence that we're paying attention to what's happening at this moment. But at this moment, we have already received the Eucharist. There's no reason to continue to kneel. We can be perfectly comfortable sitting until Father has restored the Eucharist, closed the tabernacle doors. He will genuflect because he is closest to the tabernacle. The rest of us simply continue with this moment of Eucharistic reception because the reception of the Eucharist truly isn't complete until Father has prayed the prayer after the Eucharist that closes the Eucharistic rite. So I hope there's absolutely no worry if a community kneels, a community stands, a community sits. There's no overbearing right answer that one must have. Rather, in general, we might consider once we've received to sit with the presence of Christ. It's a good message. If we're inclined to kneel, but not to worry. The procession has ended when we have returned to our pew. And with that, perhaps with whatever form of Eucharistic reverence we have, we will be renewed.
Please like, subscribe, or comment below.